Hi, I'm Laura Morgan with Remax Northwest, and this is Katie Colgan.
Yeah, I'm Katie. I'm with Nexa Mortgage. I'm a licensed loan officer here in the state of Washington, and I broker out to 240 lenders with a ton of different loan products.
So today we were thinking about telling you guys a little bit about bridge loans and how they work. So Katie, do you want to tell us what you wanted to tell us about?
Yeah, well, first of all, I kind of want to talk about why a bridge loan is beneficial. So, Laura, have you had a time where, you felt like it's necessary for someone to have a bridge loan in comparison to doing something traditional and what that looked like?
Definitely. I've had a ton of clients in this situation where they really need to buy before they sell. And that especially in this market, it seems like people are doing this more and more. They'll move into their new house before they sell the old house so that the house can be vacant and they can have it staged and it can look perfect, instead of having people tromping through while you're trying to make lunch for your kids or whatever. And it just makes makes life a lot easier for everybody. It's easier to show for the realtors. It's easier for the sellers to not have to deal with buyers wanting to come at all different times. And it just makes things run really smoothly. So a lot of people do like to do that. Sometimes they're able to, sometimes they have enough money to do it. Sometimes they have a family member or somebody who will loan them the money for a short term or something like that. But there are definitely people that need help from the bank. So what can we do?
Well, and the other thing is, I find that when you are, your buyers are searching in an area that might be a little bit more competitive, it does seem to give a little bit more of an edge when you put an offer in that's not contingent on your home
Absolutely.
being sold, right? Because then they know that, the offer's in the bag, it's easy. They don't have to worry about that, that
Yeah. I
house.
mean, I have definitely gotten contingent offers accepted,
Mhm.
but that is the exception, not the rule. If I'm representing a seller and we have two offers to choose between, and one's contingent, I mean, it's just easy to know that you don't want to, because the contingency has a chance of not working. It might not go through if that other house doesn't sell. So it's definitely more attractive to a seller if you can just go ahead with the transaction. And the other thing is, if you do go on the market and sell your house first and then go shopping for a house, what if you don't find what you want in that window? It's like, oh no, I have to get out of my house because it's sold and I don't have anywhere to go because I haven't found a house to buy yet. So being able to do a bridge loan so that you can buy first, move out, and then sell is really nice.
Well, and then I could tell you what, from a lender's perspective, sometimes it can be tricky to qualify someone if they have two mortgages, essentially, right? Because we are looking at their income and we are looking at their liabilities or their debt. And basically, there's a ratio that we need to use in order to qualify them or allow them to use a certain amount, right? So when you have two huge expenses like mortgages, that could really push you over and make it so you can't qualify. So that's number one. Number two is that you have to pay those two mortgages, right? So are you comfortable being able to make two mortgage payments? So those are the big hurdles that I see as a lender.
I've heard that there is an option that's almost like buying with cash. Can you explain how that works?
Absolutely. So there is a cash offer option where you come in with 5% down, and then you need to sell your house within 120 days. There is a contract where the investor lender will buy your house from you. If it does not sell, it is at their market value. So it would be best to sell it with your real estate agent, obviously. And you can move in in as little as 10 days, which is great because then you can put your house on the market and you can move right in. During that time period where you've moved into the new home, you don't owe anything out of pocket at that time. And all the while, from the contract, from the time it starts until the home funds, you basically are accruing interest per day. So it is obviously going to be better for your bottom line if you can sell your home faster. But none of that is due until the house is funded. So it makes it a lot easier for people. And it helps with that hurdle of DTI, not having to qualify for both mortgages at the same time. So it's a pretty nice option.
Okay. So, but you do still need to be paying your old mortgage during this period, right?
No, well,
No?
you wouldn't be paying anything until closing, and you wouldn't be paying your mortgage. You'd be paying the balance of what is owed when the home funds, but you would be liable for any kind of, you know, um, utilities that were owed at that time, insurance and whatnot.
Okay. Okay. So this seems like a good option for people in a certain situation. And it does really guarantee that your house, in 120 days, your house is sold no matter what. Whether if you don't
Yeah,
sell it yourself, they'll buy it. So you know that you're not going to be stuck with that higher interest rate loan forever. And you're guaranteed, at least, like, we could even calculate at the minimum that you were going to get if they bought it. This is like the worst case scenario. So you'd go into it knowing that. So I think for a lot of people, just that assurance that, it can't get worse than that. And even
well,
if
and
the
not
market
only that,
changes in the middle of the process and suddenly it's hard to sell houses, you're guaranteed.
well, and coming in with a cash offer, there's a few advantages to that. You
Huge
have more of an
advantages.
edge to your offer, but you might be able to even offer a little bit less because you're coming in with cash. So that's another advantage.
Yeah, cash offers are definitely very, very strong compared to people who have to get a loan, because the seller knows it's going to close. They don't have to worry that the you know that the buyer's loan isn't going to go through for some reason. The appraisal is going to fail, or like something else is going to go wrong. So it's definitely nice to see a cash offer. So that's great. Thank you for explaining that.
Oh, no problem at all. There is one other option. We've got the instant equity, which works kind of like a HELOC. You put 10% down, and it's the same idea with that contract. You have that backup offer in place. And then, you're able to um, go ahead and put whatever proceeds that you have from your home minus whatever it costs to sell it onto the new home. And so that is another option available as well.
Okay, so you have multiple options and people can contact you to get more detail on that.
Oh, yes. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. Everybody's situations are so unique. So definitely, if you want some pricing, reach out to me. I'm very happy to help you.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you have a lot of options for any kind of financing, but finding a good bridge loan is pretty hard. There's not that many places that offer them. So knowing that we can call you and you can help with that, that's really helpful. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thanks for meeting with me today, Laura.
Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Thank you.